Hello, how are you? This is the weekend zodiacs, and we're going to see what messages we get for all of the signs of the zodiac. If you know your astrology chart, then hopefully you might resonate with a few of the messages. What am I going to say? I'm going to say that it's a little bit stressful here at the moment in my matrix because we've got these builders here, so you might hear drilling in the background, and I do apologise. There's really nothing I can do about it, and I don't really want to keep not doing videos just because there's drilling going on, so it's just what we have to put up with, isn't it? Living in a matrix. So what they're doing is, I live in a block of flats, and at the moment they're drilling old bits of flooring and stuff before I think they're going to screed and redo the floors. So if it just starts up, then I will just wait patiently for a minute, and then because they sort of drill a section and then it stops. So anyway, it's helping to just clear stuff out, I suppose. That's probably what it is. It's old energy going, and I'm using this deck here for our relationship message today, and I'm going to use this lovely deck for our messages from our spirit guides. Okay, it's a very old deck, but it's really cute. It's got female and male, well, masculine and feminine angels in there. So yeah, we'll go with that. I'm just drinking lemonade today. It's quite hot here. It's lovely and sunny. So I'm sending you so much love wherever you are on Gaia. We're all part of this soul family. We're all going through very many similar things. Okay, so you know you've got my love. And if you want to book in for a reading, you know you're very welcome. Just contact me. And thanks for giving the video a thumbs up, because then that just helps it get out across YouTube. So we will go into Taurus first. And I've been tuning into, well, looking at all the different tarot cards for the different zodiac signs so that we can sort of tune into our energy more. And Taurus is the Hierophant, which is all about a higher state of consciousness and commitment to your path. Okay, now your card here is Denial. See the truth in the situation. Okay, so over the weekend, you're going to be seeing a lot more truth. You're not going to be in denial about things anymore. Okay, so there may have been layers of denial that your ego was keeping you in, just to keep you stuck, basically. But you're having like major awakenings at the moment, and you're not in denial anymore. You're able to see the ways in which you've been blocking yourself, basically, and freeing yourself, which is fantastic work. It's very, you know, that's very advanced spiritual work. That's the true awakening. Coming out of suppression and coming out of denial. And that may also be going on for somebody connected to you as well. Okay, so things are actually moving along more smoothly for you now. You may not be where you would like to be right now, but you are definitely not where you were previously. So this is very good. And things are starting to move forward for you more smoothly, and you're getting more of a sort of idea of the roles that people play in your life and how they fit in, and the expectations you have around them may have been unrealistic at times, and now it's just really accepting the way people are, because we can't change other people's ego, unfortunately. Now you've got here the Seven of Pentacles. You might feel a little bit like, oh God, it's slow progress at the moment, but Spirit is reassuring you with this card that if you just keep persevering, things are really going to blossom for you long term. So it's a slow, steady path, and you're headed in the right direction. Now, the person connected to you, or the energies connected to you, you have got somebody here that's got ego. Okay, this is Seven of Swords, sorry. I keep saying the wrong suit. Yeah, so this is somebody that's got ego. Okay, they're not able to be really honest with you, show you their true self. They're hiding it behind an ego identity. Okay, they may be completely unaware of this. Okay, they're the one that is suffering at the end of the day, because they've got some sort of ego identity that covers up who they really are, and they may have opinions and things like that, which are, you know, wrong, essentially, because it's just their ego. Now, they've also got the Two of Pentacles. So this person or the energies around you are sort of weighing up decisions at the moment, and that they could be indecisive or something like that. So it's sort of like an indecisive energy around Taurus at the moment, and there's definitely someone or a group energy of, like I said, ego around you, unfortunately, which, I mean, it's probably just a product of the fact that you are now moving forward, because you definitely are moving forward and you are going to blossom. Your life is going to blossom. But unfortunately, there's certain people around you that are not progressing how quickly you are, if that makes sense. Let's have a look at what your person's thinking. Oh yeah, look at this. I'm undecided about us. I need time to think things through. Don't rush me. If you're in a relationship or there's a connection, like I said, this person's indecisive. They're not really showing you their true self. They're obstructing themselves with their own ego and their own egoic opinions and ways of doing things. If you're not in a relationship, there's definitely a group energy of people around you who are, like I said, in their being egoic. They don't have a great balance yet. And they need time because they need to really learn a lot more about themselves, quite frankly. Let's have a look at what your spirit guides are supporting you with. Bridget, okay, that's a saint, but we've got an angel here on the card. Caution is warranted. Look deeper into this situation before proceeding further. Okay, so they're getting you to really observe at the moment, not rush forward into things, not rush forward with decision making. Really checking in before you proceed is what the spirit guides are helping you to do, just to make sure that all your decisions and things are now aligned. Yeah, because clearly with this card, there was a state that you were in, we've all been in, let's face it, that's part of the awakening process, where you were maybe suppressing things or in denial about something. And this is now a whole new awakening for you. And you're moving along really well with that. But you just got to see that at the moment, Spirit is saying this is sort of like a gradual long-term process you're on of growth. Okay. And they just want you to keep checking in all of the time. Are you being authentic to yourself? You know, and also not letting these sort of egoic people confuse you. Okay, so they want you to stay very focused on your path. You are the Hierophant, Taurus, so you are committed to your path, and it is all about checking in all the time. Am I being authentic? Do I have realistic expectations of others? And if I don't, that's something to do with myself that I need to heal, and just become even more authentic with myself, even more true to who I really am. So that's kind of what Spirit is saying is a journey for you at the moment, okay, over the next few days, the weekend. And the people that are still in denial around you, that's their journey. They just basically don't really know their true self. But I feel Spirit is saying, the first Taurus in this soul family, that's the journey you're on, and you are prioritising your true self. So you may well leave certain people behind, is what I'm saying. Okay, there you go. Let's go into Virgo. Okay, so Virgo, you are the Hermit, which is also about a higher state of consciousness. But it's also more to do with observing rather than doing, okay? Because Virgo does tend to do an awful lot. I have Virgo in my chart, so I know that does tend to happen with us. So it's more about observing rather than doing and rather than critiquing, okay? And that will lead you to more inner peace if you can observe situations and observe yourself rather than judging or rather than doing too much. Now, you've got here the card admitting. It is okay to admit errors and put things right. Okay, so don't be too harsh on yourself. Don't be too critical on yourself. That is what the spirit guides are saying. You know, just literally observe, because through observing the stuff that's happening, the stuff that you're doing, the stuff that you're thinking, maybe seeing, okay, I didn't deal with that how I really wanted to, you know, actually you're becoming much more awakened, much more highly conscious, because that's what the Hermit does. The Hermit just observes, and that's how he raises his level of consciousness, and that is really how you will move into your highest ever alignment as a Virgo, is to just observe and not be too hard on yourself if you've made some mistakes lately or something like that. Just observe it and realise it's all part of the process of you raising your level of consciousness. Okay, so we'll go a bit deeper for you. Okay. You are breaking karmic patterns here. This is confirmation from the tarot that you are breaking major karmic patterns in your life right now, which is absolutely fantastic. You're getting a much better balance in your life. Okay, so you are making the right judgments, even if you have made some mistakes along the way. We all do. I've made some mistakes on Sunday. And I was like, oh God, you know, and it was like I was being too critical of other things. I was being too critical of myself and just ended up stressed. So, you know, but you're breaking that karmic pattern. You're learning to just observe things and then make the right choices. If there are legal matters and contracts, you've been going about that the right way, and a lot of those things are going to go in your favour now, sort of decisions and things like that. You're moving into a more favourable period of your life because of this ability to observe more and not sort of like be too hard on yourself. You know, and you are getting a much better balance. You're becoming much more wise, and you've got more skills here. You're going to notice over the weekend that you do have more skills at dealing with your life, or maybe dealing with a relationship than you used to, which is fantastic, because it means your life is now progressing, you know, much more effectively. So kind of anyone that wants to trap you at this point or manipulate you at this point, they're not really going to succeed very well with that, if there is anyone like that in your life. Yeah, I mean, you do have somebody like that in your life. I don't know if it's like a relationship or whether it's just a general energy, but there is sort of egoic people around you with this Seven of Swords, and these people just basically play an ego identity. They're pretty fake, unfortunately, and you know, at the end of the day, they're the ones that are going to suffer because they're not getting in touch with their authentic truth, you know, and it may represent itself as them being a bit game playing towards you, or even a harsh, because they've got the Queen of Swords. I mean, it does look like this person's getting a better focus, but in order to get that better focus, they may be a little bit cold. Okay, but again, you're not really going to be affected too much by that. I don't feel anymore, because of the fact that you're breaking new ground within yourself, and you won't be lured into any manipulation tactics or being affected by people. Basically, you're very empowered. You know, Virgo in this soul family are much more empowered at the moment. This person says, my higher self is trying to reach you. Yeah, I think this person's, you know, we've all got a higher self. That's basically the consciousness that we actually are. So even this person or these group people, whoever they are, who are egoic, who are quite cold and harsh, even if they're acting like that, they still do have consciousness. And you can feel that, you can sense that, because in this soul family, we're very perceptive. But it's all very well and good when you can perceive someone's higher self or their sort of consciousness, but you know, it's masked by a lot of ego, and that's unfortunately what you're dealing with. But I feel you're coming to a point in your life whereby you've got a lot more awareness of that, and you are not so easily controlled. Let's have a look at what your spirit guides are supporting you with. You've got Chantel. It's a feminine energy. New romance is imminent, either a newcomer or through reignited passion in your existing relationship. Be open to giving and receiving love. Okay, so it's a really beautiful energy. It's an energy of love, and that's the closest thing really to the energy of love is the energy of truth. So that's the energy you're moving forward towards. So you could be manifesting a new relationship, sooner than you think, or you could be experiencing love in your current relationships more and more, because you're admitting to yourself who you are, and you're able to put aside mistakes, you know, put them to one side and just observe things, be less critical of yourself, and, you know, that is raising your consciousness. You know, you're definitely not able to be manipulated as much as you were. So you're keeping in a higher state of consciousness, and that is love. So you are attracting love at this time, Virgo. It's lovely. So much nicer energy for you the next few days. Okay, so we're going to Capricorn. Yeah. Got a bit of drilling going on in the background, so it's started off again. That is not too bad, and then suddenly they do it really loudly. So we just have to see how it goes. Right, so we're going to Capricorn. Now, Capricorn, you are the Devil card in the tarot, which you may think, oh God, really? But it's such an important card because it's all about liberation. You know, it's like the key to Capricorn energy is being free. You know, finally having your freedom and feeling free to do what you need to do. That is basically the meaning of that card. Okay, so let's see what we get for you. Curiosity. Learn to be curious about each other. Okay, so it's a nice energy. It's about non-judgment, isn't it? Not judging yourself, not judging others, and also surrender, you know, like surrendering to your life and how things are going at the moment. And maybe just rather than, you know, feeling stuck, perhaps just being more curious about, well, what is Spirit trying to show me through this situation? What is Spirit trying to teach me? So you're learning to be more intuitive and curious about these situations you've been in, and really finally free yourself. Okay, not feeling so stuck. So let's see what else we're getting. Yeah, you've got the Fool. So that's a very curious energy. It's like you're starting fresh. You know, you're really starting something fresh at the moment, and it's a fresh energy. You're excited, you are curious, you know, and you're feeling more invigorated to free yourself and be you. And you're ending like a time where it was very difficult, where you may have been stabbed in the back by people, where you may have felt very betrayed, you know, that you were the one giving and you weren't receiving what you deserved. But it's like Spirit is saying, now is a new beginning for you, Capricorn. You're finally free to explore, because the Fool card means free will. Okay, so you can see how it all ties in, doesn't it? And Tarot knows what you're working on, and this is your best alignment to be free. It's your best alignment, because then you really shine out your true Capricorn energy. Now, the person connected to you is kind of mirroring you in a way. They're actually quite confused. They've been quite confused. I'm not saying you've been confused, but your person will have had a lot of mind activity in regards to you or in regards to their life. And it's like, so even people around you, there could have been a lot of confused energy around you recently. But it looks like it's coming to an end. And that's where I said it looks like there's a group energy or a particular person who's actually mirroring your energy. And it's like they're realising they've got to stop mucking around. Okay, I feel like this person's been very confused. They may have had some mental health problems. That's very possible. And it looks like the energy around you is going to start calming down. And if it is a particular person, somebody's finally getting a grip on themselves, if that makes sense. Okay, which is good. You're already free. You're already liberated here. Somebody's saying you're too good for me, I don't deserve you. So somebody's kind of been quite down on themselves. So I do think this person's probably had mental health problems, or something like that. They're realising it's got to stop. They've got to stop suffering. They've got to stop whatever it is they've been doing inside their own mind. You know, and I think they know that now. And Spirit is saying this is going to be a new beginning for your person as well. So, you know, you can afford to be curious because you're embracing kind of where you're at. And you're feeling more free than ever, you know. And Spirit is allowing it. This is the thing. This is why it's happening now, is because Spirit is saying yes, you know, because we have to work in conjunction with Spirit, with Source, because everything's coming from Source anyway. Everything's predestined. So Spirit is definitely supporting Capricorn at the moment with being allowed to be very free at this time and embrace new beginnings and being more excited about life, you know. Your spirit guides are talking about patience. Now is a time to learn, study, gather information, enjoy being a student, because in the future you will synthesize your knowledge into action. Okay, so even if you feel at the moment that it's early days and you might not be manifesting exactly what you want, what you are doing is becoming more curious and working with Spirit in your life more, and exploring, you know, exploring, well, who am I? How do I want to live? You know, I am free, and that's nothing to be frightened of or stressed about. This is actually something to be curious about and embrace, you know, and you're gathering information, you're learning all of the time, and your spirit guides are saying that this is the point that you're now at. You're not stuck in a sort of like misery or stuck in a relationship anymore or stuck in a difficult time anymore. You are now being released sort of by Spirit to now move forward, and you're in a period of learning. So like I said, it may not be that you've got the end result yet, but you're in this very important period that you have to go through, which is much more positive than the stuck or negative time. It's now all about your evolvement and your energy as a Capricorn and being free, you know. So it's, and then all of that knowledge you're accruing at this time is going to end up manifesting something further on down the line, if you see what I mean. So that's kind of what Spirit's guiding you through at the moment. Okay, so we will go into Aquarius next. I'll just take a little bit of my lemonade. So Aquarius is the star, which is just alignment. I mean, it's lovely to be the star, isn't it? And it's important because Aquarius is all about community, and you can get too hemmed in or bogged down by everybody else's problems and everybody else's kind of desires and needs, because you're just all about the community and other people. But that's why you're the star, because it's a powerful reminder from Tarot that you are here to follow your true alignment. Okay, so let's see what we get for you. You know, to follow your own alignment and not follow other people's alignment. You've got here the card lessons. Love teaches us many lessons. So there's been something to do with love, and that could be in a, you know, sort of like, what can I say, a lover situation, a relationship, or it could be in other types of relationships that you've got in your life, like family, friends. And Spirit is just acknowledging that they've been trying to show you the lessons they want you to learn through probably multiple people in your life, and that's probably becoming more and more apparent to you, you know, a bit like when we keep having relationships with the same types of people, that type of thing, or maybe there's just been sort of problematic situations with different types of relationships, and you're sort of realising, yeah, I can see what Spirit was trying to show me the whole time, which is to sort of pull back, you know, not get so entangled in everything else, but actually really connect to myself and my alignment. So, you know, and you will even probably be having, because this is a group reading, obviously, you'll probably even be having other realizations about what your relationships have been teaching you and the important things you're learning about that, because then it's all going to help you follow your star, isn't it? Spirit's saying that you have been working really, really hard. So that's really nice, isn't it? They're saying that you are actually becoming an expert at things in your life. So there may be, you know, your life purpose or your skills, and you've been working hard at those, and that is going into kind of like you becoming an expert eventually. But also in terms of your spiritual lessons, you know, that you've really been trying your damn hardest. And Spirit knows that, and they're kind of going to be rewarding you with more wisdom with the Hermit card. you know. So you're kind of getting to a point where you're going to become more peaceful. You should have quite a peaceful few days, because you're learning to just kind of observe what Spirit's teaching you, and you're becoming awakened, and you're going to probably be having a lot of realizations the next few days. You know, now I know that might not sound very exciting, but it is, because when you can join the dots together of your relationships and all the lessons that different people in your life have been teaching you, wow, don't you become more mature? Don't you become more wise, and ultimately more peaceful? So, you know, and then basically the idea is you're more on track. You know, there's definitely, I would say, blocks being released from Aquarius at this time. Now there is some egoic energy around you as well, and there's been a sort of cold hard energy. Somebody may have like separated with you or pushed you away, or just been cold. They're quite bitter, they've got ego, they're not really honest with who they are. So they may not have been honest with you, but ultimately that means they're not being honest with themselves. So this person or this group energy is suffering themselves. So let them suffer, because you're not suffering. You're not suffering. You're learning. You're evolving. You're growing into this hermit energy, which is fantastic. You're getting closer and closer to your alignment and getting your wishes fulfilled. So you're doing great. Yeah, and somebody says here, I don't know what to say to you. No, they probably don't know what to say to you, because you're dealing with an energy here that's all over the place. That energy is all over the place, and like I said, ultimately, although it may give you a headache, ultimately it's their headache, it's not yours. Let's see what your spirit guides are supporting you with, Aquarius. I've got builders out there, I can see them. Oh, what are they going to do? Right, you are protected from all types of harm. The worst is behind you. I ask you to relax and feel safe. How beautiful. I love that. That energy is so gorgeous. So Spirit is saying, yes, they're supporting you to feel safe, to feel, to just know that you've kind of come out of this chapter and you can kind of reflect on it and go, wow, look what I learned. Look what, you know, that is not me anymore. But I did take valuable lessons from each of those things, you know, and the main thing is now is your forward movement, which is what you're working on really nicely. You're realising, yeah, I don't need to keep getting pulled into these people or this person, because, you know, I have to prioritise myself. And that's your priority, you know. So that's the message for Aquarius. Let's see what we get. We've got these guys. these builder guys outside. Oh dear, I think they're doing something to do with the roof or the gutters. I don't know. Right. Let's go into Gemini. Right, so you are the Lovers card in the tarot. So what that means is the Lovers card is about sort of being pulled in two different directions, okay? It's sort of being tempted by the mystery of life, and it's about, do you take the high road or do you take the low road? Okay, so that's what the Gemini energy is about. So sometimes Gemini, it's like you can always see two different ways, you know, and you're very curious and excited by that. And then sometimes, you know, do you take the higher road or the lower road? It's difficult for Gemini. I've got Gemini in my chart, so I know exactly what it's like, you know. And sometimes we take the high vibe, sometimes we don't. So let's see. Expectations. Have realistic expectations is what they're saying. Okay, so that's really good, because the next few days you're going to be much more sort of grounded, and where you look at the kind of the high road or the low road or whatever crossroads you might be at, you're having some sort of awakening to the fact that you're in control. Like, when I say in control, like, Spirit's obviously in control, but what I mean is you're more grounded. You're more grounded, and you can just be like, you're less attached. You're less at the mercy of others. You're not so at the mercy of others anymore, and you're not even at the mercy of yourself or your own ego. You know, it's like you're more grounded in your own energy, and so you're more free. Does that make sense? You're more free to just do what you need to do each day, and sort of not be so affected by whether you do this or whether you do that, you know, because you could end up doing this or you could end up doing that. Either one's going to have its ramifications. But if you're grounded in yourself as your Gemini energy, your true Gemini energy, you know, you're less affected by whichever way you end up going, because you found your true self anyway, if that makes sense. So it's like, well, you have to just, I know it's difficult, but it's like Spirit is saying, you have to just see where Spirit ends up taking you. And at the moment, you might not really know exactly where Spirit's going to take you, but you're so grounded in yourself, either way that Spirit takes you, either way which you go, you'll be fine. You know, you're going to be fine either way. So, because Gemini can just get too torn in two sometimes between two options, two roads, two vibrations, you know, and it creates a lot of mind activity for Gemini, because you're an air sign. I've got Gemini on my chart, like I said. So now you've got the High Priestess. So there's stuff that you need to keep private at this time. Spirit is saying, you know, all of this inner work that you're doing in terms of getting to know yourself and just being really grounded within yourself, so that you're less affected by other people and you're less affected by these different choices you could make. You know, keep it private. You know, and that's what you're kind of doing. You're honouring your own energy and you're tuning into yourself and saying, right, I just need to be me right now, and just let things unfold as per the divine plan. You know, being patient. You're going to do very well. You're going to be successful. You've got the 6 of Wands. So, my God, Gemini. People don't necessarily know what you're doing. People don't really know what you've got planned. They don't know what you're up to. But you're going to be successful. Okay? Because you are basically, like I said, being patient, and you're just allowing to see what Spirit unfolds for you. Now, there's somebody connected to you that may get depression at times. 5 of Cups. They may have gone through quite a depressed phase, you know, with the 5 of Cups, and it was a bit of a slippery slope. But the things are on the up for this person. They've got the Page of Wands. They may send you a message, or they may just be now really excited about their own journey, more rejuvenated again, you know. So that's a good turnaround for that person or group energy. It's like the energy, the collective energy of people around you was quite depressed and low, but it looks like that's really picking up, and looks much lighter, much more positive. There could be somebody that's attracted to you, or you're attracted to them. But the main thing is, like I said, somebody who could have been depressed, things picking up for them, and they may want to contact you or something like that. Now you have got the energy here, you're too good for me, I don't deserve you. So somebody is recognizing that you are more evolved than they are. Okay, now you do have the High Priestess at this time, so you are evolving, you are honoring, and they probably recognize that they're a bit more immature than you. Yeah. It is what it is. The main thing is for you that you're more grounded in yourself and you're letting Spirit unfold your divine plan. And as you do it in that way, you're going to be more successful, you know, because that is the Gemini energy when it's at its best. When you are able to observe the 2 roads that you could travel, but you stay grounded in yourself and you just let Spirit evolve the highest option. Amiga, victory, your desire is coming to fruition. Keep up the good work. And you know, I have never seen this card before, and look how beautiful it is. Okay, so victory, your desire is coming to fruition. Keep up the good work. Look at that. And with the success, that is success. So you are turning your life around. And you're doing it with Spirit. That's the beautiful thing. You're not rushing it. You're doing this with Spirit. So it's a gradual process, but it's a very effective process, and you're going to be manifesting success. You know? And there is somebody connected to you that is, you know, improving, but also could be realising that you are, yeah, more evolved than they are, to be honest. Okay, So let's go into Libra. Sorry if you can hear banging, but it's just the builders. I just have to crack through, crack through, because they're cracking through. But I have to keep going. Right, well, let's pick another card. We just got that card for Gemini. We'll shuffle a bit more. So this is for Libra. Now, you are the Justice card in the tarot. This is about you seeking balance with yourself and others, you know, so that you don't become too embroiled with other people, and that you do get a better balance between your energy and other people's energy. And that's why you are the Justice card. Also, lots of karmic patterns for Libra to break in your lifetime. And that is when you're at your best, is when you're breaking your karmic patterns. Choices. Pause before you choose. Okay, so there is choices here for you. And it's all about you being very grounded in yourself. And by that, I mean just being very present and allowing your life to evolve and unfold as per Spirit is guiding, right? So that's what Spirit is saying the best thing to do is right now. Try not to think too much about it. I know that's hard when you've got a lot of Libra in your chart, or if you are a Libra. But Spirit's going to help unfold what the choice is going to be, or what's going to be happening. So let's see. So coming to an ending here and a new beginning, you've got the Ten of Swords, which is an ending where you've been betrayed, you've not been treated fairly, and it's not been very nice. But you've got the Fool card. You're finally free. You are going to realise how empowered you are the next few days, and it's going to be quite an eye-opener. And you're going to feel really quite excited about life again. It's like being reborn. It's like so happy because you're finally able to just be you and be free, you know, after being betrayed, after feeling like you needed things from people, and now you're realising I don't need anything from anyone because I'm actually excited about my own life, you know. So your person's got the King of Pentacles to the Ace of Pentacles. My goodness. Now, this could be an energy around you that you are attracting, a group energy, like a job or some other kind of really abundant situation. It could be a relationship. There could definitely be somebody here that really sees a great opportunity with you. There could also be like new opportunities for you with money or your health, and also just like somebody embracing the new opportunity in their life, something new beginning. Oh my God, I'm ready for a fresh start with you. So something's taking a new turn in your life the next few days then. Okay. So we've got here, your children on earth and in heaven are happy and well and cared for by God and the angels. Okay, so there is somebody in Spirit that is letting you know that you sort of, either, how can I say this? Either you've got children that are protected, okay, either on the earth plane or in the, I don't know if you want to say heavenly realms, but I would say in spirit, okay, children in spirit. They're well protected, they're looked after. But it's also to do with your own inner child, and you're starting to feel sort of so free of that. You know, you're not a child, you don't have to be frightened anymore, you don't have to be scared anymore, you don't have to be dependent on anyone anymore. You know, you are actually now free of needing anybody, and you're actually manifesting your own money and your own new opportunities. So it's really, you know, it's really incredible what's happening here. It's like a whole turnaround here for you, making more balanced choices, you know, ending a time where things weren't fair, and now you're moving forward and you're liberated. You know, I feel Libra is just moving forward in such a beautiful way. You're empowered. So it's funny how when you feel empowered, that's when true opportunities come, because it's like you don't need it, but it's just coming naturally because you don't need it. Do you see what I mean? You've ended a needy type of time and you are now free. So Spirit is saying all the healing has been done on you, and there could be healing for, like I said, children or people around you at this time as well. It's interesting because there is some kind of feeling of a new start, whether it's with a person or some other kind of opportunity, okay? So we're going to Leo. Now, Leo, you are the Strength card in the tarot. So, what that means is basically you work best through grace. You're very ambitious. You're very driven. You're very good at following your passions and what makes you feel good. But it's always best when you do it through grace, through spirit, through like your absolute truth, not just through other people's expectations or stuff that you tell yourself in your mind. Does that make sense? And that's when you really come into your own. That's when you really do find the success in your life, when it's channeled through grace, through source, through truth. Let's see what you get then. You've got compromise. Compromise is not submission. Okay, so Spirit may be getting you to find a happy medium, to find a compromise, you know. In your head, you may have had an idea of how it was going to be, and it may not be turning out like the idea was in your head, but Spirit's got something even better for you. That may be about some sort of compromise, but it will just make you so much happier, you know. You're really over the hard times. You've got the 8 of Cups reversed, which means completely over hard times, okay? It's just, you're done. You are totally done with a period of time in your life, right? You're done with it. Gone. And you've got the 3 of Wands here, which is now Spirit confirming for you that you are in a very good position now through all the hard work you've done, you know. And so now you are in this good position. There may be sort of like delays or a period where you're sort of reviewing at the moment, not reviewing, but kind of assessing, if that makes sense. You're kind of observing things and then thinking about how you're going to proceed. But you're in such a good position, is what Spirit is saying, and you just keep zoning into your truth. And if you just keep zoning into your truth in your heart, you're going to be supported by grace, and you are going to do brilliantly, okay? You're going to do brilliantly. So, and you're going to be so pleased that you did this, all right? That it looks like there's a happy relationship on the horizon, or a happy celebration on the horizon, because the 10 of Cups just, that just flipped over when I was shuffling. There's a karmic pattern coming to an end with the World card, so there's a completion. That just confirms that you're really over a period of time in your life, okay? It's come to completion. Now you've got the 6 of Cups here. This could be to do with you connecting more with children or connecting more with love, okay? And it's really, really a beautiful energy. There could also be somehow something from the past returning. What that may be, I don't know. It doesn't have to be a person. But the most important thing is you're going to be celebrating something with somebody who makes you feel alive and excited. And there could be really good career opportunities here, or life purpose opportunities, or a really good relationship here manifesting for Leo at the moment. It may involve some kind of compromise. Sorry about all the banging. This may involve some kind of compromise, but it doesn't matter, because the most important thing is you know the truth in your heart, and you are following the truth in your heart. So where before in your head you may have thought, no, that compromise won't work, that would never work for me, right now you're realizing it does, because it's all coming from grace. Now there's somebody here that I feel you are moving away from. Others are trying to tell me what to do. So there's somebody here that was very sort of like bitter, okay, I want to say. Somebody who was bitter, who didn't like being told what to do, or who was too dominating. And that's, I do honestly feel that is the energy you're leaving behind. And now it's just about connecting with the heart, with love, with what you really enjoy, you know. And it may involve some sort of compromise, but it's going to be so worth it because you're actually going to end up with what you really wanted the whole time. Let's see what your spirit guides are supporting you with. Okay, you are a light worker. God needs you to shine your divine light and love like an angel upon the earth and all of its inhabitants. Oh my goodness. God needs you to shine your divine light and love like an angel upon the earth and all of its inhabitants. So that's what you're going to be feeling like. Because why are you feeling like that? Because, you know, by finally allowing yourself to make the compromises you need to make, you're actually liberated. And now you're in such a good position. You're just absolutely shining, Leo. I feel like that life change you always wanted is finally happening and you're going to be celebrating, you know. So well done. That is the message. And it's because you're embodying this, your true Leo energy, the strength card. That's what is the key. Okay, so we're going to Aries with the Emperor. Sorry about the drilling. We have lots of noise going on here at the moment. So we've got the Emperor card. So now, Aries, you are the Emperor in the Tarot. What does this mean? It means you are best when you are very rational, okay? When you can think in a rational manner, and also when you lead, okay? When you lead in your life. So you've got here infinity. Your love is timeless. Okay, there is an infinite love that you have here for someone or maybe a group of people, and this love is just never seems to end no matter what goes on. But the most important thing is that you're being more rational and you're just leading the way you know you need to live. Okay, and then that's the key. So Spirit was taking you out of some kind of denial, okay, with the Hangman reversed. They've just not been allowing you to go back into denial about something as much as you, well, I doubt you wanted to stay in denial about something, but sometimes it can be quite painful to see the truth, you know, and I've got Aries in my chart and I have gone through something like this recently. Now, what may have happened for us over the weekend is the Five of Pentacles, which I know looks like a bit of a, you know, dodgy card, but what can we take from it? You're identifying the places where the ego within you still lives, okay? And that's what I'm working on. And if you want to be your true power, if you want to become truly empowered, the way you have to do it is by identifying all the things that you are not anymore. So if there's somebody that triggers abandonment or rejection in you, or any of those types of things, or worries about health, or worries about money, all that's doing is helping you observe and identify within yourself where you have been acting like the false self, right? And that is the biggest key to actually finally becoming your true self and finally empowered, okay? So it's like Spirit has been wanting to take you through this process, which is a bit hard, you know, I'm not going to say it's not, it is, but they've been wanting to take you through a process that's been emotionally triggering so that you can observe the false self, okay? Because any abandonment, rejection, worries about health, worries about money, anything like that is of the false self. And the more you can observe anything like that that comes up, the more you can understand that's not me, that's the false self. I need to leave it alone. And then what are you left with is the I am presence, the true self. Do you see? You can separate out. And that's why your love is timeless. That's why your love is endless. Maybe for people that don't really deserve it, you know. I'm not encouraging you to stay in relationships that are abusive or dysfunctional, but you can still access love and you can access your true power by being able to observe the growth that you're doing, and that, you know, certain people who haven't treated you very well have sort of done you a favour in the long run, because you're evolving more than they are. Do you see what I mean? You're taking the lessons. Now, there is something amazing coming towards you, Aries, which is amazing. You see, this is the thing. You get so rewarded by spirit when you face your demons, and that's what you're going through at the moment. You know, we are facing our demons, and that means we can separate them from ourselves and say, no, I'm not that abandonment. I'm not that abandoned inner child, or that sort of frightened inner child. That's not me. That connects you more to what you really are, which is the true source, the true power. That's a very high vibrational energy. You're manifesting the High Priest and the Ace of Swords. Okay, now what does that mean? That means you are manifesting an energy around you that is much more higher vibrational, much more committed, that is having breakthroughs and awakenings about you. Okay, somebody is going to see your worth and your power, because you are rising out of your karmic patterns. Okay, it's amazing. So you're taking these difficult lessons and difficult experiences, and you're basically turning them into gold, because, you know, you're using it in a way, rather than, you know, feeling sorry for yourself, you're actually using it to say, no, that's not me. This is me. Yeah. And look at that. The High Priestess, the High Priest, that's the Hierophant. Okay. And that's Ace of Swords, which is awakenings. So High Priest, the Hierophant, is the highest level of consciousness. Okay. It's also commitment. It could be somebody having a breakthrough about your worth, basically, over the next few days. And I don't know who this person is. It could be connected to love, any type of relationship, or it could be multiple energies, or it could be to do with your life purpose. But somebody is recognizing your worth, and it's because of the hard work you're doing right now. Okay, now there's somebody here that felt sorry for themselves. This is kind of the energy. Okay, others are trying to tell me what to do. That is a victim ego identity. Somebody has been playing the victim and maybe lashed out at you, maybe treated you badly because they see themselves as a victim, but you're using it to good ends. You're learning so much from this, and you're becoming the true empowered Aries that you are. You know, because you are the Emperor. Okay, you're here to see things in a rational light, and then you're here to push on with your purpose and take the lead. And the Hierophant is a leader. So someone is going to be having a major realization about your worth, and your spirit guides are saying that you have a gift for working with young people, and your divine purpose involves helping, teaching, or parenting children. Okay. It could be children, or it could even be adults, but because we all have that, this is what you're rising out of. You're rising out of the inner child, and that's why you then become the Emperor in the tarot. Once Aries can rise out of the inner child, that's the key to you being in your Emperor energy. That's the key to your alignment for this lifetime. Okay, and so yeah, you could be helping other adults with their inner child, or you could be helping actual children. Who knows? It depends on your situation. So you're slaying it at the moment, in my opinion, Aries. You really are. Let's go into Sagittarius. We've got drilling going on, so just please ignore. Please bear with. It's crazy in this matrix. Right, so we're going to Sagittarius. Now, you are the Temperance in the tarot, which basically means you're here to achieve a really good balance between the external and the internal. And once you get that perfect balance, that's when everything starts to come aligned for you, you know. It also means that you work from the point of spirit to manifest, yeah, rather than the mind. And then you always do much better as well. Wish. Oh, nice. Make a wish. So there you go. So you are in alignment then. You're coming into a much better balance and alignment with the outside and the inside, and tapping into spirit, you know, which is basically the heart center. Yeah, spirit is the heart center, as you probably know. Not this. So there's some kind of wish manifesting for you, Sagittarius. Okay? Because you're coming from a place of truth and grace. Let's see what else we're getting for you. Okay, you've got much better skills. You are much more skilled and you will not be manipulated by people around you anymore. They are going to be very surprised. Certain people will be very surprised that they don't have the same level of power to make you feel sort of like totally destroyed anymore. Yeah, and it's a very powerful place to be. You've got the Justice card coming up here. If there's legal matters or contracts and things like that, or decisions, they're going to be made and they're going to go in your favour. Also, it's just, again, this whole thing to do with Sagittarius being the Temperance energy. It's confirmation with the Justice card that you're coming into a much better flow and you're starting to embody your true energy, okay, with that Justice card. So you're cutting karmic patterns. You're achieving a much better balance between how much you get involved in other people and how much you connect to yourself. And you're making sure that your decisions and your actions are aligned from your truth, aligned with spirit. So can you see that's why you're moving into a more favourable chapter, and that's why your wishes are starting to be manifested. Okay. Because sometimes the tendency with the Sagittarius energy is to go too much into the matrix and then you lose the flow. And then you lose focus and perspective on your truth, you see. And then that's when the karmic stuff for Sagittarius comes up. And that's what you're now realigning. I've got Sagittarius in my chart as well. So I know what it's like. Now, your energy of people around you, there's been a lot of conflict. There's been conflict, potentially competition, 5 of Wands. There's been a lot of struggle, a lot of people struggling around you, okay? But they've got the Ten of Swords here. They're coming to the end of a very bitter type of time in their life. And they're about to manifest new beginnings. So that is good news. Because this person would have been very conflicted in the past and, just always struggling, honestly. Always struggling. This person's actually really quite sorry. I'm sorry for what I said. They realise they've just got to put this to bed now. They've got to put something to bed and it's got to be done. And I tell you what, you're so in your power. You're not being manipulated or anyone running rings around you anymore. No. So this is a very powerful place for Sagittarius to be. And your spirit guides are saying it is a good time to give birth to new ideas and situations in your life. I am watching over you, guiding you, protecting you during these changes. So you're protected. This is all about making a wish. Yeah, this is all about the fact that you've got a much better balance. And things moving forward for you now in your favour. Somebody who's been very conflicted and struggled a lot are kind of realising they've got to stop that now, stop that silliness, because it's just, all it does is just increase their suffering and there's no point. So there you go, Sag. Should be a good few days for you, feeling more empowered and feeling more balanced, and things look like they will be going in your favour towards your wishes fulfilled finally, because you're getting in your true Sagittarius balance. Okay, so let's go into Scorpio. Okay, so Scorpio, you are the Death card, the Death card, sorry, in the tarot. The Death card, as we all know as tarot lovers, is nothing to be afraid of. It is just about new beginnings. It's very powerful because it's about ending the karmic cycle of the ego, which is, you know, if we end that, then what happens? We transform. Scorpio is all about transformation. Yeah, it's a very deep energy that you are, and you're in your most potent when you are allowing transformations to happen in your life and you're not suppressing. If you try to suppress transformation, it just dulls your energy and it makes you become a lower vibe. But when you embrace transformation and you embrace everything that wants to grow within you, then you basically become extremely potent and powerful. And your energy here is friendship, or your message. Successful couples are good friends. Okay, so I don't know what to say about that, but there's obviously stuff to do with friendship, and I always say everything starts off with ourselves, so that is friendship to yourself. You are being a better friend to yourself because you are now allowing your transformations to occur. I don't see anyone within this soul family as still suppressing themselves. Maybe in certain areas there's always still a little bit of suppression, because that's kind of what the ego likes to do. Until we're fully enlightened, we do have an ego. But I feel like that's what our soul family is all about. It's about breaking down the barriers and not suppressing ourselves, you know, and really allowing ourselves to go through these transformations. And that's what you're doing. So, you know, you're being much kinder to yourself. You've got that friendship card, and you may even start noticing that you're starting to form new friendships or relationships. You've got the Five of Swords. You know, you've had to take your power back. And you've had to be very clear about what you were fighting for, and just admit to yourself, I'm not really going to get what I want at the end of this. So what am I actually doing, and why am I actually doing it? You know, and so you've got that clarity recently, which has really empowered you. And then you move into the Page of Cups over the weekend, which is like, again, it's just kindness to the self. You're being so freaking kind to yourself, Scorpio. you know, you're putting your own enjoyment first and exploring and coming alive. And, you know, this is a great time. This is a time of regrowth for you. So, you know, you could be really loving something that you're doing right now as well. You know, like a new adventure or a new hobby, or a new person. You've got here an energy of somebody who is quite slow to progress things, okay? This person could be too serious when it comes to money or work. And they could be too serious when it comes to relationships, and they could be a bit blocked. They've got the Five of Cups. This person gets caught up in a slippery slope. They need to break out of that. And Spirit is trying to reassure that person that things are not as bad as they may seem, and things are actually going to start improving for this person now. So that could be somebody that you were connected to previously, and their energy is still kind of, for some reason, you know, it does take a while for energy to really clear out, because it's only going to clear out as much as we sort of embrace our own transformations. This person is very sensitive. I'm affected by cosmic and collective energies. I mean, this may be a current person in your life who's really overly sensitive, and they allow themselves to get bogged down too much. And it's a shame, because they're actually finding their purpose again. I would say this person's actually really trying to redirect their energy in the right way, but then 50% of the time it's like they're sloping downwards a little bit. I don't think that's the case for you anymore, because you have learned how to be a friend to yourself. You are embracing your transformations. You have taken your power back, you know, and you're now going to be exploring things. It could be your sexuality you're exploring. It could be things that make your heart sing. It could be just finally really just getting to know the things that you love. There's more connection here for you, and I do feel like there could be a new friendship or something like that on the horizon. Your spirit guides are saying time out. You've been so busy taking care of everyone else's needs, but now it is time to take care of yourself. Yeah, being a friend to yourself. So that's the card. I mean, I can't say that strongly enough, can I? The message for Scorpio for this weekend is just how well you're doing spiritually, because you are being a friend to yourself. You know, and you are basically going to be finding that you're more excited and more happy. You know, it takes bloody hard work to get to that point, doesn't it? I feel like your person's a bit stuck, or there's somebody there that's a bit stuck at the moment. But it's, you know, Spirit is supporting you to take time out of that situation, not even to fill it in your headspace anymore. You know, because there's someone in Spirit that really does want you to take care of yourself right now, okay? So, that's the message. Sorry about the drilling. What can I do? They're doing all the floorings. Okay, so we're going to Pisces then. So, Pisces, you are the moon in the tarot. And the moon basically means it's very psychic. You know, you're very intuitive. You need to be free. Okay, you know, you need to be free to follow your own cycles and all of that, but also you need to be still. You know, it's really important for you to be still at certain times. And the more still you become, the more wise you become, okay? Because a lot of the time, Spirit will bring things to you. Let's see, you know, that, oh my God, I was just going to say Spirit will bring things to you at the right time. And look at the card, timing. So there's something here that is absolutely happening to you that was divinely timed, and it was always predestined to happen at this time. Allow events to unfold at the correct time. They're saying to you that there is certain events that will take place that you are wanting, but they will only happen as per the divine plan at the divine time. So, you know, the more you can just stay still and be intuitive to yourself and, you know, be free, you know, swim around a little bit. Swim around a little bit and be free, but also be still, you know, just wait for, you know, don't allow yourself to get too emotionally triggered, because that's what can happen with Pisces, is the emotions can be very flooding. So be still, because the message is Spirit is getting things to unfold for you, and you just don't realise yet how it's going to happen. Now, you have become more empowered lately with the Seven of Wands, and you have felt a lot more equipped to deal with the things in your life. So you know you've been sort of making progress. You might have had multiple challenges lately, and if you do, I mean, I've got Pisces in my chart. I've had multiple challenges the last few days. So you've got my love. But you are dealing with them much better than you would have done, say, like a year ago. And you've got here the Wheel of Fortune, which basically says it is about timing. There is something predestined going on for you at the moment that is being revealed. And it's going to just keep getting revealed, keep getting revealed, keep getting revealed. And you might just want all the answers right now. But honestly, every day is going to be a beautiful unfolding of what it is that you wanted to know all along. And so just allow that to take shape. Let's see what your person has got here. So there's somebody here that's been very blocked, okay? And they've been very scared, right? And I think they still are a bit scared. They've got Two of Swords in reversed. It's like they struggle to make a choice or a decision. They may struggle with the heart chakra, I feel, okay? And they've got the shadow side card. It's like they get far too caught up in the mind. They get far too caught up in fears, and they may sometimes end up dabbling in the wrong energy, like an ego energy. This person may have like an egoic identity, which is basically like not their authentic self. It's like just a mask that they wear to cope with life. I would basically say that I've got compassion for this person. I do feel sorry for them, but it's important that you don't get dragged down by their vibration, because they've got a lot of purging to do, and they will do that purging because Spirit is obviously going to be making that happen. But you've got to kind of stand back a little bit and allow that purging to take place, because otherwise you're going to get affected by that energy too much. You've got to stay still, you know, and just let things take their course, because I do think there's a lot of clearing that's going on with that person. Somebody's saying, I'm undecided about us, I need time to think things through, don't rush me. Well, yeah, they would be undecided. Whether it's that they're undecided about a relationship with you, or whether it's that they're very mixed up and undecided about their life in general, what I would say to you is that this person would be undecided and confused because they're blocking their own heart chakra, they're blocking their own truth because of fear, and that is very clear in the cards. You, on the other hand, you've been facing your demons. You are now much better equipped to deal with things when you do get triggered, and you're moving into a more fortunate period of time with the Wheel of Fortune. There is divine timing at play, and there's definitely something being revealed to you from now on. And like I said, it's going to be like a snowball effect. It's just going to keep giving you more information and stuff like that. Now, your spirit guides are saying, now that you've asked the angels for help, be open to receiving the divine guidance and the assistance. You deserve heaven's help. So that is confirmation from Spirit that Pisces, it's worth you staying still right now, but embody the moon card, you know, feel your intuitions. You are free, but the more still you stay, while all these psychic and spiritual things are happening in your life, Spirit is going to reward you and help you. So that's why you've got the Wheel of Fortune, and that's why something really pivotal is happening at this time in your life that was predestined to happen all along. So hang in there is what I'm saying, because I tell you what, I reckon by Christmas, or maybe Christmas because you might not be at Christmas, and I don't know what you celebrate or where you are in the world, but in the next say 4 months, lots is going to get revealed to you, Pisces. Okay, so we're going to Cancer. I'll just take the last bit of my lemonade. Right, now I'm saying this because I know people click in at different times. This is Cancer, and I do apologise about the noise. They're drilling up the flooring in the block of flats that I live in. So there's nothing I can do, and we're just going to keep cracking on. Now, Cancer, you are the Empress in the tarot. What does that mean? It means that you are the mother of the tarot. Okay? You are in your alignment when you are very grounded and centered in your truth. Okay? Because the mother of the tarot knows her truth. She doesn't get pulled into games. She doesn't feel needy. Yeah? The Empress is very close to God, to Spirit. So she's the vessel for Spirit to manifest, okay? And that's why she's the one that does the birthing, right? So Cancer, what I'm saying by that is it is your alignment when you are very present and you basically are very mature, okay? You know, you basically, because we're very soft Cancerians and we can sometimes have troubles with our inner child. Yeah, but it's once you realise as a Cancerian that you are not the inner child anymore, that you recognise yourself as the divine Empress that you are, doesn't matter what gender or sexuality you are, but when you recognise yourself as the divine Empress energy and you just push the inner child away, then you're not needy anymore, you know, and then you know your value because you know how close you are to God. Because, like I said, the Empress is very close to Spirit, very close to Source. So it is a very divine zodiac sign, you know, and that's the great thing. So let's have a look at the messages. You've got here denial. See the truth in the situation. Okay, so you are strong enough in yourself to now face the truth of a situation that you couldn't see before because it was too stressful and too upsetting for your inner child to face. But you've now grown and you realise, I'm not the inner child, I'm not needy, I'm not vulnerable. Yeah, I'm Cancerian energy, I am the Empress. So you can see the truth now. I would say that people need to be a bit careful how they treat you, because you will see through any type of pretense right now and you will not be manipulated by anyone. Okay, so you're quite a force to be reckoned with at the moment. You've got the Ace of Swords reversed. It's not really the time to communicate your truth. You were due a lot of realizations. You are now got those realizations. Yeah, I feel like you've got those realizations, but it's like, I can't talk about them because it's more wise to keep it private, quite honestly. It's a lot more wise if you keep it private. You know, you think about the Empress in the tarot. If she's the mother of the tarot, she's not going to go blabbing. She's not going to be like doing all this, you know. She's serene, you know. She is serene. She totally trusts in God, in Spirit, and she just knows her value and her worth, and she just lives life as it unfolds each day. So that's the true Cancerian energy. So the breakthroughs that you're having are private. There may still be another breakthrough yet to come, and you may know deep down there's something you still on a level might be a bit in denial about, but you're getting more and more clarity over that all the time. You've got the King of Wands energy. So what can I say about that? You are now pretty much unstoppable. You are more responsible, you are more mature, you are making better decisions, you are not playing games, you are not taking risks. You are really bossing it this next few days, this weekend. Like I said, you're a force to be reckoned with at the moment. I honestly feel like that for the Cancerians in this soul family. Now it's interesting because there's somebody here that is also shaping up. here with the King of Wands energy, so it's very similar to you. It's like there's two of you and you're almost too similar at times. You both want to achieve the same things, but your person has the Justice card reversed. They are struggling to break their karmic patterns, and it's silly because this person, I can see in the cards, has so much about them. They should be able to break their karmic patterns and they should be able to step up and be who they really are. But I feel like there's something here that they are finding it hard to persevere with, and they are not very balanced, okay? They're still not very balanced. They're not living up to their potential, because this person's got a lot of potential here. You are living up to your potential. You're doing really, really well. Ooh, look at this. I'm going to get help. I know I need to. I think on a level, they know that they're not doing enough with themselves and their life. They're not achieving everything they could achieve right now. They're holding themselves back. They are holding themselves back. They need to persevere, because that's the card that's just sitting on top of the deck. They need to persevere, and if they do persevere, they're going to do bloody well. But at the moment, I think you're dealing with somebody here that struggles, but they're in better shape than they used to be. Okay, now, like I said, you're coming out of denial. You may have had denial about this person or this situation. I don't think that's the case anymore. I think you're able to put your feelings to one side and be rational and responsible and see it clearly. And there's just a little bit more work to do on that. Or maybe for some of you, you've already done the work and you just, that's it, you've moved forward. I do think you're free. I think the Cancerians in this soul family are freer than they have ever been, more empowered than we have ever been, you know? So your spirit guides are saying that new psychic and spiritual experiences are changing the way that you view the world and yourself. See, the realizations, coming out of denial, a lot of realizations that you can't share with other people at the moment, because other people might try to manipulate you or might be threatened by what you're doing, okay? So new psychic and spiritual experiences are changing the way you view yourself and the world. Allow your spiritual gifts to open through study, prayer and meditation. So your spiritual gifts are getting stronger and stronger, and that will be the case because as we come into the true alignment with the Empress energy as Cancerians, you know, we're just closer to spirit, basically. We're not playing out there so much. We're closer to spirit. We're more powerful. And over the weekend, you're going to be making the right decisions, dealing with things in the right way to just keep evolving on your path. But your person, or there's somebody here that is stuck with that, that's not to do with you. And I think you're starting to realise that you do need to pull back from that energy and just make the right choices and decisions through you, because you're going to be rewarded basically by spirit for this, and you will find that you're more psychic, or if you have healing abilities, they're going to be more improved. You're going to find yourself more abundant. You'll find your life purpose is moving forward at a greater rate. So, you know, and some of you may even be moving into a different relationship. So that's the message for Cancer. Very empowered and very mature this weekend. I'm sending you lots of love and light. If you want to book in, you know you can, just contact me. Give the video a thumbs up because it does help it get out across YouTube. If you want me to go through your birth chart with you to get you more clarity on your blocks and how to realise your full potential, I can do that with you. Or if you want a tarot reading to see what spirit is saying, we'll do that with you. And I'm sending you lots of love, lots of peace wherever you are on Gaia.